In the UK, half of our forests consist of coniferous species, and these produce more than 90% of all the timber that's harvested. These conifer forests are made up of just 9 species: Sitka spruce, Norway spruce, 3 larches, Corsican pine, lodgepole pine and Douglas fir. Together we call these species principal species. Sitka spruce alone makes up more than 20% of the entire forest cover of the UK and accounts for over 50% of all timber harvested. However, over-reliance on such a small range of species poses considerable risks due to climate change and the incidence of damaging pests and diseases. Some of our principal species, European larch, hybrid larch, Japanese larch and Corsican pine, have already proved susceptible to very damaging diseases, such that they're no longer suitable for planting in large swathes of the country. So diversifying the range of species planted would clearly help to reduce risks if we had a catastrophic failure of one of our principal commercial conifer species.
The search for new species is something that's ongoing and takes time, and it usually starts with looking at specimens in botanic gardens or in tree collections like we have here at Alice Holt. And that could be everything from Leyland cypress to the wonderful redwoods to Sitka spruce, a whole range of species that are being tested almost informally just to get an idea of how they might do in forestry.
In 2015, we formed a partnership with Forestry and Scotland and Forestry England to set up a new series of species trials. We called these operational trials because effectively colleagues in Forestry and Scotland and Forestry England established the sites, the restock sites, as they would have done anyway, except that they used a design such that we could do long-term monitoring of the species planted.
So those species trials are a very important stage in us getting the silvicultural knowledge we need to give foresters the confidence on how to grow them.
We were quite surprised at how well Douglas fir performed, not just on sheltered, fertile, deep soils where we know it grows well, but also on quite poor upland soils, and in addition on very dry sites in the east of the country. Maritime pine also exceeded our initial expectations. It grew very well on sheltered lowland sites and was likely to be well suited to our future climate, particularly in the south of the country. Despite these encouraging early results, it's too early to draw firm conclusions as to the long-term suitability of the species under test. However, these results do give us some confidence that there are a wide range of species out there that we can use to diversify our commercial timber forests to increase their resilience to climate change and pests and diseases. We've recently published the early results from these trials in a new scientific paper.